I played a 15-year-old game that's in your top 10 of all time.
And I played the biggest roll and write with the biggest amount of dice I've ever played.
Let's talk about those games and others that we played this month. Once again, we played tons of games and we're gonna rank them in 3 categories. First of all, if you really like them, we'll place them in my collection.
If you liked it but don't care to own it or don't push to play it as much, you can place it in a friend's collection.
Or if that game is just not for us, we're gonna place it in other collection.
Alright, here we go. That's the roll and write I said I played. This game is from the designer of Wingspan, Elizabeth Hargrave. And how this game works is you're breeding pups. This game is based on a historical experiment that actually did happen. Each round you will get father and mother of pups. And they will give you dice. And throughout each round you will get more and more dice. And those pups will get better and better. And you will roll those dice to mark these things here on these pups. There's some action selection, some cards, some secret objectives you want to do.
Would you buy it if you wouldn't own it right now?
No. IRL, I will keep it, but as a rating, it will go into a friend's collection.
Yeah. I'll show you a little crazy game that I had a blast playing. The game's principle is very simple.
Shiny.
You will have 3 cards, and I will have 3 cards. We will score points for the cards that are in front of you. But you don't know if those cards are valuable or not.
They're shiny.
They're definitely shiny, that is true, but it's a fool's gold maybe. Because on your turn, you will have 3 cards in your hand, and you have to play 1 card in front of you, 1 card in middle of the table, either on top if you want that family to be more valuable, or at the bottom if you want those cards to be less valuable. And the 3rd card has to go to your opponent. That's basically the game. Yet, there are few superpowers. For example, if you have a shield, he's safe. You can't destroy that card. Because if you play a card that has a sword, then when you play it, from that area you can destroy a card. So you can make my family now weaker. And if a card has these symbols, then you play it face down, which means you don't know which family might be weaker or stronger. Every single turn, everything switches around. You might have a lot of green cards and you're thinking that, hey, my family will be super strong. It turns out you played a green card here, maybe 2. It's a lot weaker now. It's super duper fun. I loved it. I actually beat our video editor. Extra marks for that.
What does our video editor think? You liked it? No. He says no.
Worst game ever for him. No, he actually really enjoyed it. So it's definitely in my collection. I don't own this copy because I borrowed the game and I will buy this game. Because it's really quick and snappy. There's this inside joke, if you ever meet this guy, alright, ever, anywhere, you just pass him and do this. Alright, snappy turns, Yanis, alright? Let's be snappy and go to the next game which you brought.
Okay.
Snappier, Yanis.
It's a flip 7, you have to collect cards to score points, and if you get the 2 of the same, you burn and you're out of the ground, and that's about it.
Pretty good. I love that one actually.
Each player gets a card, and on your turn you can do 1 or 2 things. You can either hit or stay. If you stay, you're gonna score as many points as you have on your cards in front of you. If you hit, you're just gonna flip 1 more card open. But if you flip open 2 of the same, you're out of the round.
Let's do a round.
So, okay, there are some special abilities. For example, this one will make somebody flip 3 cards, and I'll say, of course, you, go ahead, flip 3 cards.
Good, 1.
No, not great, not great. I think you
2.
Come on.
3!
Oh my god. And if you actually manage to flip 7, then the round ends and you get extra 15 points.
So at my next turn I could say stop and just score these points.
But obviously you're greedy, you're gonna flip 1 up. Come on! Nobody shuffled these cards.
Flip 3. I'll challenge you. And he burned down.
It's in my collection, I loved it. Flip 7, super simple, doesn't take a lot of depth, a lot of players can play. Doesn't take a lot of depth. Did I say depth?
You just need to die a few times in that game, right? Let's make this one count.
Oh, that's the one you teased at the beginning.
Finally played one of your favorite games of all time, one of your wife's favorite games of all time, Runewars. Hopefully managed to build a map at the beginning of the game. Set your armies on the board, right?
Yeah.
Here and
easy
here.
to set up, as you can see. No, it's not easy to set up. It takes like 30-40 minutes to set up.
And then essentially you fight it out because you want to find runes, right? There are these tokens hidden on the board and you try to get to them and then control them until the end of the game.
I think you should mention that the game takes 7 years to play.
Yeah, it's definitely 7 years.
In-game years.
Hours. It feels epic, and you also need to manage your resources, but you have to have territories to get these resources. Just one of your friends needs this because it might be really tough to get it to the table.
Mine's gonna be Scream. It's based on Scream, the movie. It's a slasher where the ghost face runs around and kills kids. And this is a co-op game. Each player has a hand of cards. Yeah, that's the starting player marker. Best part about it is that... Can you stop stabbing? There is an app that calls you in certain times during the game. I feel like going to high school. If you're there, you're gonna die. So let's say he says pool hall instead of high school. I have to have these cards now. If I don't, then I will die and we'll lose the game. And you can pass cards, you can trade cards, and turns go like this. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna just draw 2 cards. Okay, your turn. And just we do this all around, until he calls, okay, I'm here. Generally, I think I'd put it into Friends Collection. Yeah. I don't think you need to own it. Yeah. Because it's not like a great game. But it's a fun thing to do from time to time.
You can find a lot of board games on this channel, right? That's all we talk about. But can you find board games right here? There's a lot of Easter eggs with board games, and just celebrate that you love board games, we love board games by supporting the channel and buying some cool looking t-shirts like that one.
Yeah, with a kitty in the box. And that's not an ordinary kitty, that's a magic kitty. Magic kitty. Magic kitty. Ah. Do you think they're going to react in some way? It was right there on the box.
So this anime style box actually hides a great 2-player game. In this game you are artists. Each time you will pick one of these, and each of these boxes hide a completely different game mechanism. You will fight against each other and learn new characters while you do it. And the thing is, it has a lot of unique concepts. For example, in some of those boxes will be dice, in some of those boxes will be cards. The idea is that you have to defeat my artist, and you can do that by doing 3 damage. How you can do that? I don't actually know. I haven't played that character. Each of them will do damage in a completely different way. There was a character that every time he moved, he placed a token somewhere. And when there are 3 tokens, that spot does 1 damage. The toughest part by far in this game is all of your characters will have these texts that you have to read and learn. Let's do 1 dummy round, all right? So what will happen?
I'm the right guy then.
Nice one. I have to play 1 intention. Intention are blue cards. Now you can react. All the orange cards are reactions, and you can place it over here. So then I can say, all right, I'm not gonna play anything, or again, react. I'll say I'm not gonna play anything.
I'm not gonna play anything as well.
Play something.
Oh, I need to play something. I changed my mind. I play another reaction.
Yeah, and then when we both say, all right, we're not gonna play anything, we play these cards in the opposite order. You're gonna play this one, then I only get to do my intention. And by far, the coolest part are the characters and how they work. They're completely
Seems like their playability is like through the roof.
React, the Arts of War. And this is the deluxe version. In the regular one, you won't have the playmats.
Last one for me.
Last one for you.
Is going to be boop. Your goal is to get 3 kitties in a row.
Oh,
simple. One. Except every time you place a kitty, you boop all the other kitties around. So they keep booping each other around. And if you have 3 kitties in a row, you remove them and have the big cat. Kitties cannot boop the cat anymore. So you're trying to get into a position where when you boop, you create a line of 3 cats.
All right.
It's very simple. There's no random, straightforward. I played with my kids. I thought I enjoyed it more. All right. My kids enjoyed it quite a bit, but I thought I enjoyed it more.
So which collection?
It's other. It's other collection. I will always play if somebody suggests, but I don't think I need to own it myself. Oh, moving on to small boxes as well.
Small boxes. Hungry Monkey. Hungry Monkey is a very simple card game. I even played the similar one as a kid with regular cards. Idea is simple, to get rid of your cards. During the game, you will have 4 cards in front of you, which you will not know. Those monkeys are hungry and they want some beans. And the turns are very simple. You have cards in your hand right here, and at your turn you just have to play one. Then you will go. You have to play a bigger number. Or sometimes there are some superpowers. For example, this one copies the bottom one. If you cannot, you have to pick the whole pile into your hands and then play. The game ends when you find a kitty, and kitty is right here. When we get to this place, we consider the deck to be empty. And at this point, whenever we run out of cards, we start turning around these and playing these. Yeah, I wasn't too excited about it. It's fine. I definitely could play it, but I placed it in another collection. I actually have 2 more games, but if you want to find out about those, then you should subscribe because we do these videos every single month. Please consider becoming our supporter.
Yeah, you can find in the description how you can do that. And thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.